Do you believe in manifestation?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
How? How does it work?
Absolutely. Well, it's energy, right? It's energy. It's whatever you put your energy into. And whatever, obviously your goal, you know your goal. And then that's how you manifest. It's like a
And you
seed.
perceive your own reality, and there's so many steps.
Actually, I'll expound on what you just said.
Please do, sir.
Thought is another form of energy.
Thought.
Yeah,
Well,
thought
it begins with a thought. Yeah.
is another form of energy, like
Right.
gas, liquid.
Yeah.
Thought
Right.
is like that.
Okay.
So how do you manifest something? What have you been able to manifest?
Well,
Everything.
I'm passionate about golf.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that as an example. A lot of people probably say maybe the barbershop, but the barbershop is a good one too.
Yeah,
It's a good one
this
too.
is not real. This is like a fantasy.
Yeah, but
Look at how many barbers.
We're mixing up what manifestation is. You manifested the barbershop, but you didn't manifest playing golf.
You want to hear a fascinating one on manifestation? They did a study where they took 30 women and they said, we're going to send you for interviews and we're going to see how scars, like when you're ugly, how it affects it. So they put on fake scars, like makeup. And then before they went in, they said, oh, and they were watching them put it on. They said, before they went in, they said, oh, let me adjust it. And they took them off without the women knowing it.
And so what? Because they thought negatively about themselves and did negatively?
They thought they looked ugly. And they
Because
took
they-
all,
so
because
they
they believed
implanted
it
a thought.
Yeah, and they all did miserably because of that.
So wait, I have a question then. Because that sounds slightly different than what I would interpret manifestation to be.
Yeah, okay. So
Because
let's
to
get a
me, what I would
definition.
think manifestation is, without looking up in the dictionary, would be within yourself. It's self-created, right? Like it comes directly, you're the source of that manifestation. As opposed to a thought being implanted in your mind and then you start manifesting on that thought.
And I
Is that making sense? I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
I meant, are you able, and this is keeping into with what you said about thought being energy.
Energy.
Are you able to want something and then either repeat it to yourself, write it down? Like there are different like techniques
No,
that
no,
they tell
I
you
mean,
to use.
but
You have to believe it.
Believe,
You
see
still have to
it,
put the work in,
feel
though.
like you're in it.
you still have to put the work in though. You can't just put the thought out or have an idea and then put pictures up because I've seen they have this idea
Yeah, no, you
where you put
have
the
to
pictures up,
believe it. You have to believe
but
it.
you have to put the work in though. You see what I'm saying?
In your life.
That means you got to get up. You got to get up in the morning. If it's, you know what I'm saying? You got to make sure that you're healthy. Like there's steps to it. It's a process,
But
right?
even your health is manifested. How many times in your life have you believed something that didn't happen?
A lot. That's
Really?
why I'm not sure about.
Oh my
For sure.
God.
Well, there have been times.
That's never happened
There
to
have
me.
been times in my life where I've wanted something really,
Not wanted,
really
believed it.
badly, and I mean worked towards it.
That's it, that's
maybe
all.
was almost there and didn't get
How
it.
you doing, Chris? Good, man. Good.
You have to believe it. You can't doubt.
That's it too, because I heard Meek say that too. You have to want it and see it and believe that you have it, no doubt.
Isn't that different though than manifestation?
No, I feel like manifestation is actually
That's actually, you're
practice.
describing a habit though. Like
I'm not
something
talking about
that you have to
habits. I'm
develop.
talking about wanting something,
Yeah.
and then how do you go from what you want, whether it's
To actually
being-
developing the
to
actual
having
thing.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, to
yeah.
being it.
The process that from the
Some
beginning.
people say there's an actual process. Some people say it's writing it down.
I think that,
repeating
yeah.
it. I
But
heard today if you keep a thought in your head
I
for
started
17 seconds,
writing down my thoughts more now. But I developed that over time. And I learned that you could teach people those habits early, like as a child, and they would keep it through their whole life. For example, writing down your thoughts, right? Before, I would be like, oh, I'll remember it, right? I'll remember it. I had the idea, and I'm like, oh, okay. Instead of writing it down at that very moment, oh, I'll remember it. But over time,
To do it though, I don't think that's only
What's
one
your
way.
way? What's your way of doing it?
I write.
I don't honestly, Nisa. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just know that discipline
Yeah.
is my method, I guess. Trying to stay disciplined. Not necessarily that I'm
You got
gonna,
Cesco?
I'm good, man.
not necessarily that I'm not gonna
Cesco?
fall off my
You
discipline.
see United got Cesco?
Really?
Yes.
It's funny because I'm the
And going
opposite. I'm
after-
so
Not that I'm gonna fall
Some kid from
off of my discipline wagon, or if you wanna call it, so to speak.
Really?
It's gonna happen, but I gotta be able to catch it and know that, you know what, I'm getting off track, I gotta get back on
Wrong with
track.
the Balboa.
You know what I'm saying? I know that works for me.
At least I'll be able to watch.
I don't know if it works for
Yes.
everybody else.
Thank
And,
you.
and that,
Have a good
I
weekend,
know
everyone.
this
You too.
because I learned this from experience. See what I'm saying? Because I was in a situation where I needed to have discipline. I had no other choice. I had to be disciplined.
So, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So then I use that same method. I take that same method
Yeah.
that I practiced there,
Yeah.
and I apply it out here.
Okay, so
Right,
then
it's
it
the same
goes to
My
my
way.
question. Was that something that you're forced to learn,
But I
Or
never
what-
knew about it.
or right? So it wasn't naturally in you, right? Because you were put in a situation where you had to have discipline in order to survive in that situation.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Was able to
developing
get
that
something.
habit
Yeah.
is a process. It's taught.
Exactly.
So that's why I was saying, is it because it's taught? Discipline is a taught behavior. Not everything is born
I don't
discipline.
know, not necessarily.
Some people have the gift
Some
of
people-
discipline, right?
And some people just become
Some-
disciplined.
But I think those are outliers.
Because
I think those
sometimes
are-
too, if you grow up in a family
Yeah.
that like maybe doesn't have as much discipline, I've seen disciplined people come from that.
But
In
it's-
terms of
yes,
being
yes.
focused.
Yeah,
I'm
organized
gonna
out
finish
of chaos.
school.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're the ones that basically
no,
raise
no.
their family out of
Actually,
stuff.
some of those end up
They're the ones that always have
some of
money.
those people, funny that you said that, end up becoming like geniuses and shit. Because they come from a chaotic situation and they're able to isolate themselves out of that
You
situation.
have to know, like I said, you have to pay attention and see what actually works. If you do things this way, what are the results from that?
Yeah.
So you know what? Maybe I'm
Trial
doing
and
this
error.
way.
Trial and error.
Yeah, you stay on this track. Because
Drop bars,
this is the
bro.
easier track and this
Drop
one
some
works.
bars there, bro. That's
He
some
is,
bars there,
bro.
bro. That's some bars.
Is manifestation real? Can you
Definitely.
manifest what you want?
100%.
Of course you can.
How? What's the technique?
He doesn't want to be on camera. Come on this side. But you can get his
But
voice.
yeah, please.
Yes, manifestation is definitely real. 100%. You want it, you better say it. You better write it down on paper.
Okay.
You want it, you better write it down on paper and stick it on something, and you better say it and put it into the universe. It's real.
Okay.
People don't believe it, but it's real.
Okay.
I know so many people who have done it and done it successfully. I've done it myself. It's real. It's real. You have to say it. You have to say it and mean it and put it into the air. And put it on a piece of paper and put it on something that you can see every day and it will come.
Okay.
It could be $1 million. It will come. Trust me on it. Manifestation is 1,000% real.
Who am I gonna be? I'm so used to being this person. Who the fuck am I gonna become? If I go to rehab, who am I gonna be? You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of people think
That's
that way.
legit.
And
That's
and
legit.
I've heard that.
That's
That's
legit.
it.
Yeah.
When I
Because they're not used to being any other way.
Yeah, that's who you are.
yeah, when
It's
I
a
had
world
1
you are.
year.
Embrace change. I want things to change.
Really? That's humongous to say.
No, serious,
I feel like
because
humans are usually adverse to
no,
change.
because people, I can embrace adversity. I can, when something changes, I can look at it in a different way, as opposed to looking at it and then here it is. You can look at it. You can look at something in a negative way. You can look at something in a positive way, and you can also look at something in a different way. You see what I'm saying? There's a third side to that coin. You get what I'm saying? So it's like.
That's huge. First of all,
So
that's
I
the
can
key to human
see-
resilience is being able to be like water and to just
Yeah, exactly. That's right. That's right. That's right.
sounds
right.
cliche. Go with the flow.
I like what you just said. Be like water.
Yeah.
Ebb and flow, right? But what does also water do? Change directions,
Yeah.
right? So it could become a flood in 2 seconds. And how do you deal when it's a flood? Because it changed directions in 2 seconds. That is embracing the adversity. saying, okay, let's figure it out. We could just lay here and just drown. Or we could figure out to build a boat. Or we could figure out to go on a roof. Or,
Or
you
try
know,
to swim.
you know what I'm saying? Or go with the flow of the flood. You know what I'm saying?
Have you guys ever heard of Donald Hoffman?
No.
Okay,
The reality guy.
tell me what you mean by reality.
Are we living in a simulation theory?
Yeah!
Yeah, I've read a lot of it.
Yeah! His
Really?
theory is that this is all a simulation.
Show up.
This is
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
all
Oh, yeah.
we're all projecting, first of all, that what we're seeing now isn't reality. We
course
aren't
not.
able
No,
to
no, no.
even like
It's not even based on reality. It's based on survival.
so basically, life is a simulation. We basically all have like these VR glasses on. We're all one. We're all the same soul being. Yes. We're all the same solar being living different experiences because everything is different. Even when you look at twins, even though they're technically the same person, DNA-wise, they're the exact same person. They will always be different because it's just I'm
'Cause
here,
they're
you're
experiencing
there.
it. Yeah.
You're having a different experience.
You can't have
right?
love without down too.
Right.
So we're all one, just having different experiences.
He said,
We are NPCs. There are a lot of NPCs who are just not part of it. They're just like.
You're saying,
no, I was just reading something on him. That's why he has a line that says, "Seeing true reality would kill us." That's the tagline.
They just go with whatever.
They don't even.
They're just
not
pre-programmed.
participating. They're
It's almost like they're
we are
pre-programmed.
pre-programmed because really we're just
No.
born and then we accept all the rules that are placed in front of us.
I don't.
But I never have.
Just
Not
born.
everybody. Not everybody.
I never have from the
Not
day
everybody.
I was born.
Well, I'm
Not
talking
everybody.
about even just the rules of solid, gravity, but nothing's solid.
No, I've always.
Solid, but nothing is solid.
Right.
What do you mean?
I've always had issues with that.
Okay. So you've always,
I've always thought that what we were told was not rational. So we were not told something that was real, and what we were told was something makes it able for us to understand it.
Interesting theory. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll
I'm
give you
gonna
an
look more into
example.
that.
Okay,
right?
look at the
But
world.
This is what's interesting.
Look at the world I see.
Just 1 second. This is what's interesting though. When he faced death,
to look at it. I have to look
when he was facing his
Oh,
own
I didn't know
mortality,
I didn't know he faced his own mortality.
it was harder for him to, it wasn't a relief. This being not real wasn't, he found no relief in that. In fact, not that he doubted it, but there was no relief in that.
Yeah,
You know what I
you
mean?
know what? I experienced.
Like knowing
he still
that-
feared death.
Even though he knew this was all a simulation.
Exactly.
Oh, that's interesting because I experienced like
And
death.
why
of
do we?
sorts
Why do
through-
we fear death though? Why do we
I
fear
don't.
death?
I
do
experienced
fear
it through
death.
psychedelics.
I just had a panic attack about death the other night. Why
It's
do
because
we
you don't
fear
want to
death?
leave your stuff.
No,
'Cause you
your,
got too used
your
to-
love. What about death? You don't physically fear death?
No,
You shouldn't. I'm still trying to get.
I know.
Obviously, I'm. You have
I
to get
did
used to the
worry.
idea that, you're gonna die.
Yeah, but
It's just
why
when,
do you
right?
fear it? Why do you
So
fear
you
it?
can't fear it.
What's your fear?
You gotta accept it.
Really?
I guess
you're
it's-
at completely accepting it.
Totally.
You're at 100% accepting it.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
I'm because I'm older. I think it's an age thing because you're accepting it more and more each day of your life.
True. The
from
closer you
birth.
get as you get
And
older.
being 65, and especially having experienced sort of
I believe
pseudo
that.
death or ego death or
I believe
out
that.
of body experiences through psychedelics.
Ask
I'm
that.
so
Ask a
chill with it.
90-year-old.
So
Yeah,
chill with it.
Yeah.
Ask a 90-year-old.
Combination,
Yeah.
combination.
Yeah. Well, this is it, and this is what I asked for. Let me embrace it. When my time comes, let me be in a place, and I don't mean out of pain, but I just mean let me be okay.
Stop it.
Honestly,
You should never wish for shit like that.
wish for a good death.
Nah, because I'm kind of superstitious in a way, in a sense. When you wish for stuff like that, it'll be the polar opposite.
No. This God. Is this a simulation?
What?
Is life a simulation? Is what we're experiencing right now everything that's real?
Is the world flat or round?
Round.
Simulation.
No?
So why can't? So if it is a simulation, how come no one hasn't mastered how to simulate how to live forever?
so funny you said that. There's this one guy in Africa that can't die. He's died 6 times, and every time he's come back.
Yeah,
He's
but
actually sad that he can't die.
okay, but how old is he?
I don't know, maybe let's say 36.
In there any man, but I tell you he's like 100 or something. He's just
If this is a
Danny, get you ready.
simulation, good question. If this is a simulation, how come nobody's beat it to live forever, even 500 years? Let's say that
At least
this time.
like how they used to back in the days.
I would
Where's the
say-
500-year-old guy like in the days of the Bible?
I would say, what if it's our communal understanding that, oh, life at 100 you die. After 100 you die. What if it's us thinking that's the truth that causes that?
Right, exactly.
Then this can't be a simulation.
Well, like, what if
How do you simulate that? Okay, and then how do you simulate success? How do you simulate happiness? How do you simulate your future? How do you simulate the kids? It's not a simulation, it's life. People say it's a simulation to put these things around the thing called life when they can't. It's just modern day gibberish. There's nothing like that. Because back in the days you didn't hear talking. Okay, for instance, in the 90s, you hear anybody talking about the world's a simulation?
Yes.
In the 90s? In the 90s?
But the thing is,
No, they didn't start talking about that till the 2000s, Lisa. They weren't talking about that in the 90s. We hardly even had internet back then. Like, think about it. Like 2000s, we had internet, we had cell phones. In the 90s, we didn't have a lot of shit.
but if you stop to question your reality, remember, you're just born. You're not born knowing anything. You're just born empty. Everything you know and understand has been fed. Do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. This is that. When you live long and you get old, what if nobody told you you actually get old and you just never got old? Because you never knew that was a thing.
Well, if that was the case, there would be people that live in the forest, in the jungle, that still have traditional ways, that will still be living to how many ever years, right? In the African jungle, in the Brazilian jungle, there's tribe people there that don't speak English, that never even seen civilized people.
There you go. These guys are talking about fear of death.
Well, you can't fear that.
Come on.
If you're gonna fear to die, you should fear to live.
Have you really sat with yourself and been like, I have to actually die? I have to actually die.
I've never actually ever thought about it in that terms. But I have life insurance and shit, like for my kids and stuff. Like I have those things, but I never really sit down and really think about it because it's a touchy situation. And we're getting up in age right now, so nobody really wants to talk about that things because our fucking aunts, our uncles, they're dying. They're dying right now. They're going through it. Like, yo, they're old now.
Sit in the garage like a car, and you're a human body, and just sit there until you just get it. They respark you, you know, they need to plug you in like a spark plug. You know what I mean? And then now you're back up again, and now you're living like Peter in a simulation in the barber shop again.
Like we were saying, I think simulation is the wrong word. I think
Totally wrong.
a program.
A program.
Yeah, I think pre-program.
Pre-program.
Get everybody pre-programmed, and then they'll spread the program to their kids.
Yeah.
And
That's what's happening.
right. So I'm saying, and then their kids have their own simulation from the program, and you know what I'm saying? If you want to call it. Program is, people are programmed.
You're
Okay.
following this
Here's the
program
question.
now.
Here's the question. Hector, don't leave me.
Or it's forced on you. The
Guys,
program is forced on you,
Of course.
right?
If
Either you
everything-
choose,
Right.
or it's forced on you.
Right.
guys, if everything in the Bible, Torah, Quran is the truth,
Then come tomorrow. Come
are you going to heaven?
By the time you're done,
When you die, are you going to heaven?
What is that?
Yes.
Based on which heaven?
Oh, based
Based
on
on
the
what
cost.
the books say heaven
Yes,
is.
of course. You know why?
Based on what the books say heaven is.
Yep.
Based on there being
Yep.
a judgment
Everyone
day.
actually is.
Well,
Because you have-
what the Bible is saying, like free from
Based
sin
off
and
of
all
the
this stuff
From
like
what
that.
you understand,
100%.
from
Because
what you
obviously-
understand of the Bible,
Right.
and what
you
the
did-
books say,
like,
are
when we
you?
broke all the laws.
Is Kevin going to heaven?
Yeah. All if you lived exactly 100% how it's supposed
And
to.
worship me.
Exactly 100%.
Yeah.
No variation.
Right.
There's 100% as you live, exactly as the tense of the Bible,
Are you going to
are you
heaven?
going to heaven?
That's what they're trying to say.
Well,
That's
how
what
you
I'm
have to live.
asking you.
based off
That's
their
what I'm
rules,
asking
based
you.
off
I don't think so. I don't think any of us could to reach the level that they're asking.
Yeah, it's
Wow,
impossible.
really?
I don't think so.
That's interesting.
I don't think so.
They say it's hard to
What
get
they're
there.
asking?
They say
Yeah,
it's hard to
exactly.
get there.
But yeah, it is easier, and then it's easy. It's pure heart. What was your pure of your heart and your thought?
Your intentions?
Yeah, your intentions is what gets you in.
But then it's a whole thing
Based
too.
off
But
of
you
the-
gotta remember, you gotta worship too. You gotta worship. You gotta do
No,
all
but
this
even
stuff.
if you don't worship, that's what I'm saying. Gotta go against the tenant, like that sense. Because that to me is a slavery thing.
That's what I'm saying. But we're talking about how the Bible is though.
I'm
This is
talking
what the
about-
Bible's
yeah,
saying.
I'm
We're
talking about
the Bible.
based on the Bible. I'm talking
Like that.
about what the Bible, the Torah, the Quran says.
Because
you should be praying.
that's why I say
You
it's
should be
purity of
worshiping.
heart.
Oh, don't slip up on the word. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't think any of us could measure up to.
No,
What they're asking.
No.
It's not real.
It's
That's what I'm
because-
saying. So if you
That
use
is a
your common
program.
sense, right? You gotta know that. Wait a second.
If that's
can't
the
be real.
program, okay,
That's
wait,
the program.
sorry,
Right, that's the
guys.
program.
If that's the program, if that's the
There,
simulation,
that's the program.
who wrote the
So you
program
can
in the
simulate to think that
simulation?
you're going to be in heaven
Right.
if you follow all these rules.
Right.
The simulation is, I'm going to be in heaven,
Right.
and this is bliss, and everything
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
perfect.
Right.
And so
nothing
what?
and
You think
everything-
because you thought that
trumpets are, you know, we see the
Yeah,
movies, bro.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. The angels are
the
gonna be
angels
flying.
are floating. You're,
Yeah,
you're in the
yeah,
clouds,
yeah,
chilling
yeah.
there in your
Right,
freaking
like-
robe.
What?
Guys,
Getting grapes fed
That's
to
the-
you.
that's the picture that they
the
painted for us, though.
simulation.
guys, what if angels are real, guys?
Yeah, I believe in angels. Okay.
Angels with what? With wings?
Yeah.
Yes.
We only know. Remember,
Divine
they
being.
named these things.
Yeah.
What do we don't know anything about no angels.
Description.
They named all these things and then put the program in you. What's an angel?
I don't look at an angel.
That was
like
an
what it
angel.
says in the
And then they
Bible.
drew something and said, guys, that's an angel. We're supposed to just accept that.
Angels
That's
is
I don't know what
action.
that means, to be
Yeah.
honest. I don't know
It's
what
not,
that
it's
means.
not an entity where you can
Right.
touch it or it comes to you.
Right.
It's an action.
Actually.
That is, see, people misinterpret. They don't read between the lines when
Okay,
it
so
comes
what
to
do you
the
think an
Bible.
angel is then? You're thinking
An angel is an action to me. So, doing a kind act is
Somebody
being
an angel.
angelic.
Okay.
Angelic, okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So I dropped my phone. I left my phone on the bus. I walked off the bus. And you see I forgot my phone on the chair. You grab my phone, run out the bus to give me my phone back. That's being an angel.
That actually makes that person feel good too, doing that.
Exactly. That is it's an angelic
Right.
act.
Right.
It's not this entity that's floating around with wings and comes to you and no.
Okay, so you don't believe the Bible's description?
No,
of
I think people read it wrong.
Donna, if the Bible, Holy Quran, if all the holy books are true, when you die, are you getting into heaven? Based on how you live
Just
your life.
having the pause makes you know that everyone.
I mean, I never killed.
Get there, dog.
They're asking a lot in the Bible, man.
Yeah.
They ask a lot.
Manners and respect.
I don't know.
Donna,
I
manners.
try to live my life as
Manners,
good
general.
and clean as
Every
I can.
time. Respect.
And, you know,
Hot TV, what it be? What's up? How's everything? We gotta
I,
live life
I
clean,
don't know
right?
if I'm gonna get in there.
Really? Okay.
I mean,
that's real.
even
Yeah.
I'm
According to the Bible.
certain Christians
Yeah.
question if they're gonna get in there too.
It's too
Because
strict.
at the
If
end
the
of the
Bible, the
day,
Holy Quran, the Torah are real, are true. That's the truth. You die, and that's the truth. That's how you should have been living. Are you getting into heaven?
Fed grapes.
Well, you see with me, Hot TV,
What
you
about the
see
ones
when you
with the
ask me
virgins?
something,
What
you
about the
know,
virgins, bro?
I gotta think about it for a second. I already thought about it. So no, listen, I already thought about it. You know these guys are drinking their loud, so listen.
Imagine doing that every day.
All those books you mentioned,
Eternity.
a lot of them were rewritten. So a lot of those books were rewritten, and a lot of the beliefs are not the same. So we don't know. Had you asked me that 15 years ago, I would have maybe believed, yeah, you know, when if we follow this code in the Bible, in the Quran, in the Torah, and all in the tablet, in the book of Malachi, all these things, Half of it's made.
It's over so many
Yeah,
times.
it's been written over so many times, Nisi, we don't know no more. We don't know if when you go, now, is there heaven, is there hell, is it complete black, is you living like you're in a dream, or you're back as a spirit, is you back as an animal, you're back as an insect? We don't know no more. We hear
Do you
so
guys
much
ever
stuff.
think about what it's going to be like to actually die?
We
Since
don't
we
know.
all actually have to die?
We don't know.
Do you think about
I
it?
spoke to an elder one time. One of them wrote a book before he died.
Yeah.
And it was John's book that they found.
Yeah, John Revelation, John the Baptist. Okay.
One of them that they found his notes
Yeah.
buried, and it said that when we die, that it takes us years to get where we're going. We have to be judged first.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to walk across Belial's horns, and that takes years to do. So it's a journey
Yeah.
that we're gonna have to go through and be tested before we get to where we're supposed to get. That's what I was told.
Do you ever think about dying?
Oh, for
Like
sure,
physically what that's going to be like,
for sure. Who doesn't?
right?
Who doesn't? Everybody does. If someone says that they don't, they're lying.
Panther said he hasn't really ever thought of it.
He's never thought of dying.
Yeah, he said he's never really thought of it. Because when I asked him about it, he was like, yeah, no, the family's going to have life insurance. And I was like, no, I mean, have you ever thought about physically what it's going to be like to die?
Yeah. Like, who doesn't think about that? Yeah?
Yeah.
I guess it's only people with anxiety that do.
I'm following the rules to a T.
What's this? What did I just drop in there? What did you say?
No, we're-
You don't talk about politics and religion.
Yeah,
That's
I'm not
not
talking about
here.
religion. I'm
That's
not
what they
talking
say.
about
Two
religion.
things you don't talk about:
not
politics
talking about
and religion.
You have to talk
So
about
even though we
politics
may
and
or may not believe in certain
That's
things,
why they
some of
say
us
you
may
can't.
believe
That's
in
why they
afterlife
say
or
don't
not.
talk about it.
And then also as well, a lot of because
Because those are
drinking
the
around here, as I said,
those are
the
the
alcohol.
most talked
You
about
can't speak
subjects.
about
You have
nothing
to
here.
talk
Yeah,
about
there's
it.
guys that get louder.
Rules.
The more they drink, they don't know what they're.
You know what?
Where's the
That
Modelo?
is a
Where's the
program.
Modelo? Where's the Modelo? Let me get.
I only have
We've
one
been
left.
dropping
Then
some
I don't need
dimes.
none.
Yo,
Pete just saved the world.
yo, stress. You know what you should do? Convince Charlie Boy to get dragged.
Yeah, 'cause how comes they say some heaven has virgins?
Just walk there and get the freaking.
Like
We're gonna get it.
How come they say what?
But you notice this week
the
I
virgins.
backtracked.
Remember they talk about if there were suicide bombers. I don't know if it's just rumor, but they
There's
say
guys
they
coming
get
just to drink
20
here.
virgins
You could
or something
always
like
have.
that.
That's why see.
If they do this, they sacrifice
So
themselves.
funny because
That's so
It's so
ignorant
funny.
to think.
They're all taking.
this is so funny.
All of it.
I've heard that said. I've heard that said about Islam. I've read the Holy Quran. The Holy Quran definitely says that you will have spouses that are like of equal age, beauty, definitely
We're in
virgins. But it never says
Wait,
70.
that's the
I've
Quran
never
heaven,
seen
right?
70.
That's the Quran heaven,
I've
right?
never. I'm
Wait,
saying.
wait,
I've
wait,
read
wait,
the
wait.
Quran.
Hold on,
I
what's
don't
this
know
thing?
where they got that
So what? There's women in heaven?
Yeah.
I thought.
We're
Wait,
gonna be in heaven.
but I thought we're spirits though.
Yeah, we're
Like you don't have no identity.
Human
You just happen to be in a female body.
Yeah, why would I have to have human desires if I'm in heaven?
This is the thing, though.
That's
Remember,
what I'm saying.
Remember that according to the books,
So
we were actually designed to be what we are. So half
Made
man,
in
half
God's
amazing.
image. God made in God's
Spirit
image.
and actual flesh.
Right. That's
Right?
a gift. That's a power within itself.
That was Adam and Eve. They were made from actual soil.
We're
so they weren't
we're
just-
actually more stronger than angels.
Adam and Eve weren't the first.
Hold on,
According
wait,
to
wait.
the books,
Listen.
Adam and Eve were the
That's basically what you're saying.
We know that doesn't
And
make
I
sense,
say
Lisa.
this, that if we were
couldn't have made that
in
make
all the
sense.
books, hold on, watch this. In all the books, that means we're more powerful than angels.
Now,
Yes, because
gave us
angels don't have a choice. We
Exactly.
have the power of choice.
freedom.
And we can
Yes.
create and do whatever we want to do as opposed to they have a job. They're only stuck to do one thing based off of the interpretation of all the books. Right?
Now,
Right?
based
Right?
on the books,
So why-
angels were asked
Why would I
to
be
submit to humans.
No, hold on. I'm not going that deep. I'm not going that deep. Let's not go that deep. Just keep it simple. We're more powerful than angels. Period. If we're created by God and God created angels, that's why angels got jealous of humanity's creation, and there was a divide, and that's how the war started, and that's how Satan came around.
Okay,
Blah, blah,
exactly.
blah, blah, and all that kind of
Exactly.
stuff, right?
So let me just say
So,
really fast.
remember there
just
was
so that we
time
don't keep it
before.
general. According to the Holy Quran, God created
It's the same
man.
story, same
God
story.
asked the angels to submit to man. All the angels
And that,
submitted
I think, is
except
wrong.
for Satan.
No.
And that was Satan's fault. So Satan disobeying God is why Satan is in hell.
No.
And why he's been punished.
Yeah, that part is, I don't, that's a story to me, and I debate that part. Even with Christians too. So don't, it's not just with Muslims. I debate that storyline of how it would go as not realistic, because if angels were here before us, eons before,
Not here. Angels were
or
in
you know,
with God
in with
before.
yeah,
God
with,
created Earth.
now when I say
Yeah.
here, I don't mean on Earth. I just mean
Just in general,
yeah, right?
they were created. Yeah.
That means they were here
When I saw you in the back, usually I said,
eons, way before the thought of man and what human people would think. That means after God created angels, He created human beings.
Yes. That's
Right.
the order until
So, but we tend to think like it was like weeks apart. No, it is eons is what I'm saying apart, right? So
Yes.
that's why there would have been a divide.
you got the fresh air, nice. Your hair looks nice, Nisi.
Oh, thank you.
I got a copy. It looks very. It's dark and fresh. I know you just got it done today, right?
Thank you. I did it myself last
Today?
week.
Last
I
night?
do my own bracelet.
You see him observing. You know I'm observing.
Last week I did it.
It looks very nice.
Yo,
No, it looks very neat though. Like you just did it. That's it. Your hair always looks good, but this one looks like
that's
fits,
rare.
like you just did.
That's
it.
a rare talent. You know that, right?
All black.
That's a rare talent. You know that, right? When you
man.
can do your own hair.
Had to
We do it,
during
bro.
COVID. We started doing
That is
ourselves
a
during
rare,
COVID.
rare
And
gift.
it used to, remember, braids used to be
What's your
$300.
yo, let's promote you.
Because of how long
Gotta
it is?
promote you to the man. What's your Instagram? Because if a girl could do her own hair, that's a girl you want to lock down.
And guess what? I can't cane roll, so whatever.
Oh.
I know. I know.
so you
I
can
know.
break
I
straight.
don't know how
I
good
like
that's
that.
where we are.
I can break straight, but that's
Okay, let me see what else you guys went through. Don't you see?
Yeah, like Nisa, realistically, there's so much stuff that we don't know. Especially
We don't know
us as-
anything.
right, exactly.
We don't know anything.
Exactly.
Even that guy,
Not even
even
scratching
that
the surface.
scientist was like the one with the theory that this is all a simulation.
Right.
He was like, all science is a theory. Period.
That's right.
All
That's
science
right.
is a theory.
Everything starts from a
Question
Nothing's been
everything.
right. That's right.
All science is a
Everything,
theory and
right.
can be misproven.
Listen.
That happens every day.
Right.
You know, cause I follow a lot of science stuff. You know, I even say when they say science, they're labeling it wrong. Everything is science.
I think, yeah.
Even thought is a science. You know what I mean? Like everything we can
Of course.
contemplate in our mind, which they now want to
But
say
I
is a
feel
simulation.
like instinct is something that we don't use. Because we block it out, because we're so programmed to think a certain
Well,
way.
it's your instinct from the
To
time
not
you're
use
born.
Right. So you're not using it because you're already pre-programmed. You're expecting
And that's
things
a
to be
muscle.
this way and
Yeah.
things are supposed to be like
Instinct is a
that.
muscle.
So you're not even, you're on like cruise control. You're not even
Yeah.
fucking,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
You lose that
I feel like
muscle
we're all
memory
on cruise
of
control.
your thought
Yes.
if you don't
Yes.
utilize it.
What would
Right.
the world be like?
And
if
that's
as
why when
children-
COVID happened,
Yeah.
yo, it drove a lot of people
Forced.
crazy because they're like,
either
what? I
you're
can't do
lost.
this?
Yo, and I seen
What
it
the-
as an opportunity.
It was a
Exactly.
routine,
Some
it was
people-
the
right.
structure.
See what I'm saying? That was adversity, and I'm like, no, this is actually a good thing if you really look at it.
Right.
Because now you're forced
Right.
to now sit back and think,
Exactly.
as opposed to be caught in the rat
Right.
race.
Right.
And I'm like, if you don't do this part, then you're going to go back into the same bad habit. So they proved their point.
People even got worse.
Based off of the conspiracy theory that they forced it on us
Right.
and all that kind of. So
And they
then,
got liquor available.
so then you just prove
like-
to them who are controlling us
Right.
that
They
they
knew
can
exactly
do it
what they were
again.
doing.
So then, what the fuck?
Right.
They really did.
Right.
That was the scariest time. Though.
So if you couldn't see
So-
the play during when the play was happening,
So
then
this
you
is-
dropped the ball.
This is it. So I don't believe anything that this world tells me.
Yeah.
I'm not
you
believing.
don't believe
You know what?
anything that this world tells you.
About when it comes to how to
yeah.
live and stuff like
That's
that?
really
No,
what-
I'm not gonna. No, I'm gonna go with my own instinct.
Yeah.
I know if you treat people good,
Yeah.
treat
Righteous.
you back, you get respect back. I know
Yeah.
this because I applied
That's
it and seen
energy.
it and seen it actually works.
That's science.
That's how things work. So you don't spend off all your money on this and that. You know you have to put something away because of something.
Yeah.
We know these things, and you grow and you learn these things. 'Cause I was broke when I didn't have no money. You know what I'm saying? So you live and you learn, and everybody, we can all do this if like I said, if you free up your mind, I feel that way.
What would the world be like if
That's
people?
a good ending line. That's good to end, to cut. As
Yeah,
your
that was a
final word.
final word. That was a good
That's
word.
a good final word. And as opposed to saying, what's your final word?
Right.
That part, to cut it there, is the final word.
It doesn't end there. That's
That's
what
what
we're
you,
going to ask you guys.
what do you call it? Clip it up? That's the new term
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
Okay, guys. Panther, you in here?
Yeah. Huh?
What do we think about white pride?
What?
White people just being proud of themselves.
I hope there.
White people being proud of their history,
I hope there's more of that.
their achievements,
They should, right?
their beauty.
I hope there's more of that.
White people celebrating their beauty.
Programming again. Goes back to the same programming thing again.
Everyone should be proud of what they are.
Right.
They're human. We're all human beings.
Right.
Human beings.
There's no such
we're
thing
not
as
allowed.
white.
Yeah,
and-
they're not
How
allowed.
about
To
human?
be proud.
This is
We're
what
not
I'm
allowed
saying.
to be
How
proud.
come?
We're
How
not
come?
allowed to be proud.
How
No one's
come?
allowed to be
Hey,
proud.
hey, that's not right.
Okay.
Why are they not allowed to be proud?
You tell me why they're not allowed to.
I don't know. I'm asking the
Okay,
question.
so I'll give you guys an example.
I'm asking the question.
Please listen, I'll give you guys an example. So there was this jean campaign that happened with this sexy girl, Sydney Sweeney. You guys
That's
know what I'm
some
talking
bullshit.
about?
That's
And the
bullshit.
campaign was, I've got good genes. Blue eyes, blonde hair, I've got good genes. And now people are all upset
The double
because we're
entendre,
Nazi,
the double entendre.
saying it's white supremacy.
Yeah, because
To have white pride.
you know why? That's how we're programmed. They're not allowed to be proud, which is fuckery. What do you mean you're not allowed to be proud of what you are and say that you're proud of what you are?
So what do we do?
Yo, that's fuckery. Yo, listen. Yo, the Chinese people are proud. The Chinese people are allowed to be proud. The black people are allowed to be proud. The Indian is allowed to be proud, but the white man's not allowed to be proud. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Okay, what do we think about, okay, wait, one second.
I'm just gonna go pick up my food.
1 second. The pushback for that campaign, white women doing the hail Hitler. They're in pictures saying, I've got good genes.
Those are probably.
The white women are doing this and saying, I've got good genes.
Those are probably actors and stuff.
You just
I don't believe any of that, Nisa.
Yes.
I believe those
I
are
wanna
actors.
think about it, man.
They're probably actors doing that. We don't know, but they're trying to spread.
And
They're trying to
AI,
spread something.
And there's AI now,
They're
so
trying
I
to
can
keep
make that
people-
video in 2 seconds.
Yo, they're trying to keep people separated.
Yeah, man, that's a
Come
program.
on, man.
That's a program.
We gotta rise up. Like I said, we're all just humans, guys.
Nothing wrong with white pride.
Human beings
No.
should be proud to be
We're
humans.
just humans.
Humans
You
should
didn't
be
pick the
proud
color
to
that you want to be.
humans.
That white person didn't pick just, I want to be that
No.
color. No.
Eric,
They were just born that
here's
way.
the best
So
way to dead
common
this.
sense will tell you that this is all bullshit. What they're telling you is bullshit. 'Cause
Bro,
I didn't pick
There's way
to be
worse
black.
things to worry about,
Know what I'm
bro.
saying?
A meteorite could come flick us in the one that's the size of a pebble. Come hit us at warp speed and wipe out humanity on the fucking planet. And you're sitting there worried about fucking, not you, but society's worried
It's
about
already yet?
fucking
What? That's how busy these guys are?
Busy out.
Spaghetti Western?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, so I was reading about them. Yeah, they were suppliers of
I love that.
restaurants,
Yeah.
of a lot of other restaurants.
Yeah, I love that they
So
would
they say, you know what,
change that into a
and this
business.
is their flagship store.
This one is.
This
Yeah.
is their flagship store.
I love
I was reading their website.
And the name is like, you can't beat it.
Yeah. I actually texted Daniel to see if he knew about them. Yeah, man.
Don't get
Don't,
caught up in that.
just having those conversations
Don't
hurt
get caught
my
up
brain,
in that Nisa.
It's too different.
Propaganda.
Yeah,
That's
that is
propaganda.
The thing is though, white pride,
That is the
us
exact
having a fear of white pride is real. Because white pride is inextricably
Okay,
linked to
yeah,
white
but-
supremacy.
But it's because black pride.
No,
It's because of black pride too, though.
No. What she, historically,
It's the same thing.
But historically, what she's saying is true at a period
course,
of time,
yeah.
right? Historically,
Well, we know this though.
when we know this, already, right?
The program started from a long time ago.
Yeah, prior to that,
Right.
right?
Because they hit all our history. Remember,
prior
all our
to
history
that,
is hidden.
Egypt,
So nobody knows anything about us.
Romans,
Nobody knows nothing about us.
Egyptians, all that.
So that's why they could be like, yeah, white pride, yo, we're the
Romans,
man.
Roman pride
Right.
before.
Because nobody knows us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're still trying to get to know ourselves pretty much,
Yeah.
too, right? So, of course they could do that.
we haven't even scratched
But we can't get caught up in that
surface of
foolishness.
stuff. Yeah, those are
And I'm
distractions.
sure our ancestors thought the same way.
Yeah.
Because we're fair and we come on, there's no black person going around raping women and doing all this
No, but you know
foolishness.
what does happen? And let's talk about this.
Raping kids.
I've noticed
child molesting.
that-
That's not our MO.
that-
We don't do
no,
that.
That
no,
is
no.
right.
But what I've
That's a
noticed-
cultural thing.
How
And
we've been
something's going
programmed
on.
though
Because-
is that there's this linchpin with us.
Hold on, wait. They're trying to, we have to choose our words properly. They're trying to program us.
Yes,
Okay?
exactly.
Not,
Right.
they're, so.
Okay, how
if-
have you
hold on,
not
if
been
you,
successfully? What kind
because
of
you hit it nail on the
program are
head.
you talking about?
If a society inherently is not rapists,
Right.
right?
Right.
Living their life raping and
right,
pillaging
right.
a society.
Right.
It's not in their nature to do, right?
Right.
And I'm on the outside of this society, and I'm looking at this society and say, hey, this is a powerful thing. I need to control it.
Right.
How would I control it?
Right.
Instill fear,
Right.
program it to
Yeah.
instill
A
fear.
powerful thing, meaning the black
Right,
man?
right,
Read
right,
this.
Right.
This is God.
Right.
Live this way. Going against their nature.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
Going against their
Right.
nature.
Right.
Right? To
Right.
quote unquote reprogram them, if you want to even say it in that sense.
Right.
Because
Yeah,
they
yeah, yeah,
self-programmed themselves to be
Okay.
this way.
Right.
In terms of
right.
They
programming,
wasn't
Right.
outwardly programming. They
Right.
self-programmed.
Yeah,
saying,
yeah,
this is
yeah,
what we
Yeah,
are.
we have a standard of living. This is how we
Yeah,
live.
this is how we are. We
Yeah, yeah.
collectively are saying this is our program. This is
Right.
what we're going to do. We agree to it. We
Right.
agree to it.
Right.
It's a voluntary program.
Right. Yeah.
There's no
exactly.
forced.
Right.
It's key. It's force. Right.
Right.
It's a
Exactly.
voluntary program. Yep.
what do you
yep,
think
yep.
about how sensitive and how powerful the word nigger is? People are getting bust up on the street. As soon as a white person says nigger,
I'm gonna
it's
say,
like,
honestly,
It's a
it's
trigger.
like
It's
hold
a.
on.
It's a. Yeah.
It's-
if you
It's a
say,
ticket
I'm
to
gonna
get
say,
beat
I'm
the
gonna
F
say,
up.
no, if you,
it's a
honestly,
free pass to get beat up.
I believe
In our
language-
culture,
I believe how you talk and language and how you articulate yourself describes your intelligence.
Absolutely.
So there's words that you can use as shortcuts, right, to get to the point, right? If you rely on too many shortcuts, to me at one point I start thinking you're not smart.
Right.
And
You're
if you,
ignorant.
the more
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
have to rely on quote unquote using derogatory language, and that's swearing too, saying fuck, shit,
Yeah, yeah,
ass,
of course.
for
cunt,
sure.
Right.
bitch, nigger, hunky, any of those,
yeah, yeah.
because those are shortcuts,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And the more you rely on those to articulate yourself, I start thinking you're not
For
intelligent.
sure.
yeah, of course.
And it's
Of
not a
course.
matter of
You're not
respecting
well
the
read.
person's intelligence.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
talking about
Yeah,
the
And
power.
you're willfully
Right.
now being dumb because
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
had
yeah.
them in your hand every day.
Right.
You feel it to yourself, whether you're white, black, Chinese, or whatever, when you see a derogatory word, it emotionally impacts you.
100% it does.
So you emotionally already know you shouldn't say it.
Yeah.
I should have to tell you.
Right.
Because that's why the word exists in the
Right.
first place.
Right.
But I'm
Exactly.
talking about
So,
the power of the
it
word
should-
on us.
I'm saying
After years
exactly, so
of
then we become
movies,
self-harm.
after years, movies of that word being the worst.
That's
you connect that
programming.
word with.
That's programming.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Well,
because remember in the 60s
that was
when
part
I
of
grew up, it was a totally
I don't-
And
different
it's
thing.
like this. People turn off. They go wild. I've seen it.
It's like
I've
a
seen
trigger.
the videos.
But you
It
see-
is.
It
But
should
you
die.
see-
It's like
The
a
word should
linchpin.
die.
But where did that come from?
It should be a word that should
I'm
die.
asking
It's the
you.
programming. Again, I go back to
100%
programming
because
again.
in the 1960s,
It's the programming
That's-
again.
It's been
Right?
That program started 400 years ago.
yeah.
That took them 400 years ago.
And where did this word come from?
But in the 60s,
Where
they
did this
almost
word come
defeated
from?
it. They almost
Come on,
defeated it.
man.
They created this word.
It's a created word. It's a
what I'm saying?
created
They
word.
created
It's
the
not
word.
even an indigenous word. It was a created slang word
you want it-
And
to
then
describe something.
On my
and then we
Okay,
started
see,
hearing it.
actually-
And, oh, this
Hold
is a
on,
mean
wait,
thing.
Hold on, wait. Actually, I actually read
Oh,
this
it's
one.
on my TikTok.
I don't remember where I read it or who wrote it,
Like saying the word.
but the
I said,
word
"You're a
I
piece of
heard
shit. You're a
where I read
piece of shit," and
somewhere.
took them off. I got banned.
The intent was
for
actually
hateful
not even derogatory.
behavior.
It was to
For calling
describe
someone an
a
ignorant
group
piece
of people of
shit for
society
using
and
the
how
word.
they
Come
lived,
on.
and it
Give
was
me a break.
how they
Is
looked
that
up
not
to them.
beyond belief?
Then the
But
word
that's
That is
became
desperate. That is
derogatory.
beyond belief.
The word is niggardly, which means
So-
ignorant.
No, hold on.
Again, where'd they get that from?
That's where nigger comes from.
Where would they get that from? Where'd they
No,
get
you
nigger?
misunderstand what I'm saying. Yeah,
Niggerly.
yeah. No,
They
hold on.
create these words,
Words
man.
do change over time. Hold on. Words, the original meaning of a word could change in time and mean something else.
A word can
Later.
evolve to
Hold
mean
on.
something else,
Exactly.
but the original
Okay.
meaning doesn't change.
So what I'm saying, I'm talking about
Or derived
intent.
from.
Yeah, the intent of the creation of the words that I'm talking
Yeah.
about. So what I'm saying is, quote unquote, if we go based off of the history of the slavery, when the Europeans first discovered Africa, which means you're the dumbest people on the planet if you didn't know Africa was right there.
I
in
don't
the
think
south.
any.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
think any
All right.
Europeans are
So
taking
hold
credit
on,
for
hold on.
discovering
And you
Africa.
have ships and guns. So you want this is the story you want me to believe. That white people, the British royals, with diamonds and rubies in their freaking crowns and shit, living like royalty, just discovered Africa. Like, oh, look, there's a whole bunch of black people here.
Have. No one
And
claims to have
wait,
discovered
hold on,
Africa.
hold on.
They've been trading for Africa
that's
for
the story.
thousands of
That's
years.
history.
That's not the story. The story is that they discovered America.
Right,
not
the
Africa.
Americas.
Yeah,
Right.
not Africa.
But
Yeah, not
they
Africa.
discovered
It's not.
Africa at one point. They discovered Africa before America. That's how they got the slaves in the
I'm
first
saying-
place.
Kev, the history
know
is that
about
Africa and
Right,
Europe
right,
have been
but
like
they
this
didn't go
for
there.
thousands of years.
But
You
you
know
know
what I'm
about
saying?
Africa.
Yes,
it was
for
there,
sure.
but they didn't go there. That's what I'm saying. There's history of white people that they document, Europeans, of when they first landed on the soil in Africa. They have
call
it
it
in their
something else
archives.
like
It's in their libraries. They
It's
have
like
it. You can read this.
expeditions,
It's not-
explorers, stuff like that.
Nesopatiti or
Right.
they called it
All
something
that-
else.
Right, exactly. Like they have it well documented.
Yeah. Right.
So that's what I'm saying.
Well, and they brought these ideas to Africa too. That's why Africa got split up.
Right.
Different
Right,
governments.
because they
and all
looked at them and say, "Oh, look at these," and it wasn't even niggers then. It was the Nigerians or something like
Right,
that, the people or whatever.
Right.
And then
People
it
of the
be-
night. Look at the people of
right,
the
and
night.
then it became a drug.
Look at these night people.
They're actually low key. They were jealous.
Of course, bro. Because they
Yo,
came here and they were like, yo, we
they're-
got
they're-
gold,
they're
this,
big
we're
and
using
They
gold.
have
You guys don't even know what they
disease.
have.
Look at us. We're just chilling with fur,
Yeah.
fucking
That's what
lions
they have.
all over the place, and we don't cater
Also
to about
gold.
gold everywhere. We're like, oh,
Yeah.
what's up,
Diamonds
gold?
on the
Hey,
street.
hey, hey,
Come and eat.
This
Feast.
is
Everybody
nice.
come and eat.
Religion.
Yeah.
jealous.
Right. Yeah.
Why?
How we're so, they're like, yo, they're so open.
Yeah. Everybody's
And
living
the
good.
And the value is not taking from you, it's actually sharing with
Yeah.
you.
We're like a tribe.
Because we're a tribe and we
We're a
grow
tribe. We
like that
fucking-
as
yeah.
because we're
Exactly.
humans.
Right.
We don't see each other as niggers,
Right.
black.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not even a thought
Right.
then.
No.
That was created by that, right?
That's right.
We're not even a thought. We didn't look at us as black people.
Right.
The term saying black people is just offensive in itself.
Yeah.
Because I'm only popular for gold.
Yeah.
No,
No,
you
it's-
think
think
about
about
it.
their tribes. They're people.
Right?
Historically,
Yeah.
it doesn't exist in our language.
Right. Exactly.
It's an implanted
Exactly.
word
Just like if you go to
in our
if you
language.
go to
Where?
Jamaica, for instance.
Yeah.
There's no race. We don't look at black and white. I didn't even know. Honestly, I didn't know I was different
jealousy with
until I came here.
Really.
I didn't know I was different until I came here.
From your white
Because
neighbors.
when I was in Jamaica,
Yeah.
we don't discuss.
There's no.
There's Mr. Chin over there.
Yeah.
The white.
See,
There's no none of that. It's not
Peter,
like
I
that.
think it
There's
also-
no.
no,
Look how funny you look. There was none of that kind
No,
of
but
stuff.
Peter,
You know what
I
I'm saying?
think part of that. had
It's
to do
only
with
when I came
age.
here, I'm like, oh, your lips are big.
Really? Okay. It's really
Chickaboo.
interesting.
All this stuff came out over here, so obviously this stuff was created in the
It's a
Americas.
creation. That's a program.
Yeah,
Created
it's
in the
interesting.
Americas.
Because I thought it was because my age is similar to yours. And I thought it was an age thing because it's where I grew up because it was rich. And it was the 60s where it was a very progressive time. Until I was out of Forest Hill, I didn't understand or see or experience any sort of racism. There was no difference because everybody had everything, so they didn't care if you were black or white because there was no one to be jealous of. Racism is jealousy, it's jealousy.
It is jealousy.
Yeah, of course it is.
Because
What else could it be?
But it's changed.
Honestly,
through
what else
time.
could it be?
If everyone's rich or everyone's poor, everyone's the same. It's the financial difference, right? It's the economics of it.
Yeah, and because there's a huge
That's the
difference.
difference.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
because
It's
I
a
was
have and a
growing up
have-not.
where everybody was
Well,
rich.
that's
all
just
it
funny
comes down
because that's exactly what they want to keep
Bro,
us from knowing or
Yeah,
realizing or
because
thinking about.
everybody's
I get to
rich.
see it.
Whether you're black or white,
Fucking-
nobody would notice.
Back in 1892 when they came up with shit, you know,
When, okay.
and they
when
pull up,
did
they
it-
pull up in their nice
when I
fancy
was a
ship, you know,
teenager
the
and
British
spending-
ships
Right.
with the beautiful ones that they celebrate that are modern technology. Mind you, Africans have been sailing across the ocean for hundreds of thousands of years prior to that on smaller boats,
That's how they got to
surviving, not dying from scurvy. Watch it. Scurvy. They try to make fun like, oh, these Africans are just probably paddling with their paddles across the ocean, just like this in a little canoe going across the ocean. If two black man Africans could canoe across the ocean hundreds of thousands of years ago, and you can't even cross the ocean using a big ship
German, French, Italian, Spanish.
with sailors on this ship. You chopped off half the woods to build this ship. Watch this.
They got sick because they did too
And you
much.
die still because you need slaves to row your big ass ship now, right? To paddle in your ship. You're slow. Your intelligence is slow. You're jealous of the power that they have. That's that's black pride.
My mother's father didn't even graduate grade school.
See, I see how I.
Came here.
Oh my gosh, guys.
Went back, brought over brother, so nasty. Built up a life, brought over
All right,
There's
I'm
this
done.
young genius.
By the time my mother was born, owned a business, had a house.
Yeah, I gotta walk the dog, eh?
Okay, there's this young black genius that's converting garbage into fuel.
That's good.
Young black genius, actually there's two of them, but one specifically is very popular on TikTok, converting garbage into fuel.
I think I know what you're talking
this.
about.
China's been doing this for so long that they're running out of garbage to use.
Wait, they try to say that what his stuff was wrong.
You say, Mikey?
She went to a
He's disappeared. He's disappeared.
You send me one.
Hello. Moscow City.
There you are. That's crazy.
He's disappeared.
That's crazy. So all these things are possible? All these things are possible. Anything is possible. So that's what I'm saying. Don't listen to what they're telling us. You can't. You gotta think outside. Free your mind. Thank you for watching another episode of Shop Talk. Please remember to press that subscribe button down at the bottom. Peace.
I did it.